We long overdue for this. I just want to let y'all know, but life been lifing. Experience is the best teacher. I tell you that. And that's kind of why I haven't been dropping on YouTube, because I just been living life, bro. Every experience, the good experiences, the bad experiences. Really just learning how to control my emotions, bro. Trying to learn how to feel every emotion and how to respond off every emotion. The things I get on here and tell y'all is strictly off experience. I did get my car back, had some minor issues, still going on with it, but we'll get that taken care of. But just blessed to have my car back. I've had some issues at the crib, some little small issues. I'm really looking forward to having my own space. I just really vibe off my own energy. I'm at that age anyway where I really don't want to live with anybody else other than myself. Building stronger relationships with the people I love has been the main thing for me. Because if you practice love with the people you have, and y'all know I'm a big lover boy, and I would love to have a girlfriend, but you practice love within the people you love. You learn how to love other people, and they learn how to love you. So it's kind of like an exchange. You can't choose your family. You can choose your friends and the person you would want to be with. As far as your family, you can't choose them. So you have to love them unconditionally, no matter how they treat you, how they act towards you. And it's just really up to you if you would want to be in their life or let them be in yours. Me and my dad kind of built like a stronger relationship now, and I'm cool with that. Like, I really realized how much I really love my dad whenever I actually started hanging around him more, realizing how much we are alike or almost the same person. Cause like it's so crazy. Building a stronger relationship with my mom for sure. My siblings, my cousins, just touching base with the people that really brought me here. The people that I grew up with, my friends. Oh my God, we just been bouncing off each other, idea after idea, like grinding. My friends, they older, so we all the same age, but I got a homeboy with a child. I got a homeboy that's about to get married, and I got a homeboy that's really in the career he want to be in, and then there's me. I'm still figuring out life, but just watching them is what's watching their every move and how they move is what's making me make the decisions I want to make. Like watching my homeboy have a kid, just seeing that and seeing him in dad mode is crazy. It's beautiful though, and seeing my other homeboy in fiance mode is crazy. It's beautiful though. Seeing how much they really love each other and seeing how much my homeboy love his daughter is just beautiful. And my other homeboy, he working a lot, but he seemed to really love what he do. I literally got a blueprint in my face, as I would say, and it's all experience. And the more I'm around them, the more I can see that. So I haven't really met a girl that I would actually sit down with and have a conversation like, hey, I see a future with you. Let's build, let's be friends first. I haven't met that person yet. In order for me to meet that person, I gotta love the people around me first. Be grateful for the people I have around me first, and be grateful for myself and God. All of that ties in together. I had prayed the night before, like I felt lost. I had went home for like a couple days for Thanksgiving. I was home for like a very long time, and I hate going home. I went home and I just felt out of place, bro, and I was just lost and felt uneasy. And whenever I feel that, I pray anyway, but I instantly go pray. So I went outside and I just looked up at the stars. I just talked to God and I prayed. And the one thing that was in my prayer was like meeting someone that I would want to build with, like describing her how I would want her, like, and I did. So the weekend go by and I'm coming back home from that long break, and a girl had posted a girl on her story that I had really like tried to get at a year ago. She was kind of like blowing up like on social media and shit, which I understand that because I have blew up on social media as well, and on TikTok or whatever. So I understand like not seeing DMs and not interacting with people, this, that, and the third, because people think you famous. But anyway, I ended up sliding up and saying like, "Do she got a boyfriend?" She was like, "Nah." I'm like, "Put me on." So she put me on, and the girl ended up thinking I was cute. So I'm like, "Okay, I'm in there," and we end up exchanging numbers or whatever, and talking for literally a couple days, and it did feel too good to be true. I'm not gonna lie, because the instant connection was crazy. But I'm trying to figure out the difference between an instant connection because we like each other, or instant connection because we both have been in a setting where we've been hurt. And I'm pretty much kind of healed from my trauma with my ex. And I don't feel like she was. I don't really know what happened. Everything was going good for about 3-4 days. And then all of a sudden, she kind of like disappeared. Communication kind of got bad. She didn't really express how she felt no more after that. I don't know. I don't know what happened. And I'm a good dude. So I'm very understanding. So I didn't really want to just ghost her or just kick her to the curb because I know how it is to go through something and not have nobody to talk to. Me being the person I am, I'm just sticking around. And that's kind of a toxic trait of mine. Like when I say toxic trait for myself. Like I should never stick around. Like I'm not gonna say never, but I shouldn't give my all to somebody that I haven't even met in person yet. That was my problem. It was like a fairy tale, basically. Like I had just prayed about it, and then I'm thinking like, okay, this is what God sent me. But sometimes when you pray about something, like sometimes God don't send it. It could be sent from the devil. Not saying that she was like devilish or anything, but sometimes the devil will see you counterfeit things when you go to God about it, because when it's from God, you know it's from God. When it's from the devil, it's kind of confusing. Like you don't know, but that's when you know, like, okay, this can't be from God because it's a push and a pull, and that's what it felt like. Like at first, it felt like it was from God, and then like a couple of days go by, like she wasn't talking to me, she was ignoring me, posting on her story. Like I'm genuinely trying to check in on her and make sure she's straight, and it made me look stupid because I'm hitting your phone trying to make sure you okay for real. Like I'm thinking you juggling too much and you can't express your feelings. And that may have been the case, but that was never communicated to me, so I don't know what was going on. And of course, I'm an overthinker, so I'm always after the positivity, I'm always go with the worst scenario. She probably went back to her ex or whatever the case may be. But we don't know what happened. I'm the type of person like once I feel stupid or you make me feel dumb, I just block you. And I blocked her on everything. I blocked her number, I blocked her Instagram, I blocked her Snap. I'm like, cause ain't no point in me sitting here watching your story, looking at you, and you watching my story and you are genuinely ignoring me. Like you see my messages, you just not replying. And I don't care what excuse somebody makes about if they have a job or they busy. People make time for the things they want to make time for. Not one time have I had a job and I've liked the girl and I didn't find time to let her know, like, hey, I'll hit you back when I can. And it's just like I'm just not really for the miscommunication. I'm too mature now. I don't have time for it and I won't waste my time. So you can call me what you want as far as the blocking. Like I know girls call dudes sassy or that's a girl way of thinking. I don't care though, because I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get over the person. So I blocked her. Week and a half go by. Her friend hit me up and said at 2:30 in the morning, hit me up and said something about, oh, she hit me up and said something about, you blocked her, like unblock. She said unblock her or whatever. So I'm thinking like, okay, so maybe she actually want to talk about it. I unblock her. I text her. She texts me back the next morning. She said good morning. I said good morning. What you got going? How are you? And the first thing she said is, hey, you don't block me. And I'm thinking to myself, like, she tripping. Why she talking to me like that? Like I'm nice, but you ain't finna talk to me as if I was a do boy or somebody that was head over heels for you. Or we were strangers. We've never met in person. So I'm cool on the whole. Well, I'm like, excuse me. She like, you don't block me no more. I'm like, bro, this girl done lost her damn mind. Like, she really done lost her damn mind. Like, I'm not that type of dude. I'm not a do boy. I don't care to talk to you like that. Like, I'm cool. Trust me, baby. I didn't see the worst when it comes to girls. Like, my ex broke up with me out of nowhere when I moved all the way to Texas with her, and I had to move back to Auburn. I went through pain for over a year. So by you thinking you gonna, like, I'm not going through that again. You feel me? Like I would not waste my time on that type of shit. So I'm very well with protecting my energy. So I told her, I was like, why did you want me to unblock you? She telling me, well, you asking about me. How you gonna ask about me and you got me blocked? And I'm just thinking like, bruh, this is this some ego shit. This some ego contest shit. Like I don't know if she ever had a dude block her before, I don't know. Maybe she feel like she too pretty to be blocked, cause she is a really pretty girl. But I'm like, bro, you ain't nobody, cuz. You a human, just like me. Like you put your shoes on, just like I do. Like what do you mean? You tripping? So I kind of got irritated, and I tested. I'm like, and this is why I let my emotions get the best of me. But I'm a human. I'm like, and that's what. And this video is just about like me being human, bro. Like we are human. Like we gonna go through these things, and it's okay to like. Sometimes you gonna slip up, and it's all right. It's a part of life. You know, it's always gonna be a part of you, no matter what you do. But you just gonna learn how to control it more and more as you get older. So I test. I'm like, did you want me to unblock you because you actually wanted to talk to me, or did you do this to have access to me for your ego? And she said, yeah, like I'm not at work. I was gonna text you when I could. That's a bullshit answer to me because that's not what I asked. Like that's not what I asked. You completely did a U-turn around my question. Like, did you want me to unblock you because you wanted to talk to me, or? But her answer told me everything I needed to know. And I told her, I said, well, I apologize for the hostility. I understand you at work, but I'm at work too. Just hit me when you get to the crib and we can talk. I would rather talk about it in person. So at this point, we were supposed to hang out this weekend. I can't really judge her off them interactions we had because it was only through the phone. I never met her in person. And that's kind of crazy. I kind of hate that because, I mean, it could have been something. You know, it might still be something. We never know. But all I'm saying is, it's like that little situation right there. It made me realize, like, I'm gonna take my time with things. I'm not gonna rush in and then like, and I'm not gonna force somebody to be here when they don't want to be here. I'm gonna accept the energy they give me, and I'm gonna either let that shit control me or I'm gonna let that shit serve me. So I let that shit serve me. And I told her, just hit me up. She never texted me back. I called her later on throughout the night. She didn't answer. And that was all the confirmation I needed that she don't want shit. So I blocked her again. And I won't talk to her again unless I see her in person. That's an experience that I've had lately. What makes you want to be with somebody and you know they don't like you? So she told me that I wasn't the type of dude she would usually go for. I don't really know what that means. Like I don't know if she said it didn't have nothing to do with my looks or whatever. But I guess it's because I'm mature. I'm a good dude. I really understand. Like I'm not here to break your heart for real. Like I really want to talk to you, have real conversation, like grow and that type of thing. Because I've grown a lot when it comes to being in a relationship. Because my last relationship, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. But it just was no structure. I definitely looking at my intentions way different. Like now I would want to be friends with the girl and hang out with her like for months at a time or however long I feel like we need to hang out before I tell her I want to be with her romantically. With honestly, I would want that to happen naturally on God's time because at the end of the day, like I can want this girl tomorrow and God would make me wait a year because time is nothing to him. I just want to show men out there like, bro, it's okay to express those feelings. Don't shy away from them because a girl ain't this and ain't that. The girl that you're supposed to be with will understand and she will accept you for being emotional. So I'm a very emotional dude. All my homeboys know that. I'm a lover boy. I know I have to lead as a man in Christ, but I also need a woman to be submissive, like submit herself to me, be soft and be kind and be loving and caring. Other than her being wanting to be masculine and feminine. I don't really like that. So that was kind of her thing. She was saying like she wanted to be in her soft girl era and this, that, and the third. But it's kind of like she didn't want me to help her be in that. But all power to her though. She was a good girl at the end of the day. Like the things she told me, I really didn't judge her off the interaction we had because sometimes it's not who they, like I said, it's not who they are, it's where they are. And she might not be in a mental space to where she could even be friends with a guy like me. And that's cool. Like it ain't no hard feelings at all. But at the end of the day, you can only give so much to a person. You can only give so much energy. Like pouring everything into her cup and I'm getting nothing in return and I'm just wasting my time when I could be pouring my energy into YouTube or basketball or my job or my friends, my family, people who really need it and accept it, other than somebody just taking it because they need it for them but don't know how to give it back. So I'm not with that. Grateful for that experience. And hopefully one day, we run into each other and we can actually have a real conversation. Lead. Like if God wanted it to happen, it'll happen. She was the type of girl I would talk to. But I'm man enough to express that that shit did make me feel some type of way. But I see too much of myself in people, and that's my problem. Like I be wanting people to be exactly like me, and they not. Even the girl I'm supposed to be with probably not gonna be exactly like me because nobody is like anyone for real, other than their parents. I would say think like me. So I'm definitely looking for a girl that kind of thinks in a more positive sense, and I don't want her validation to be strictly off me, and I don't want my validation to be strictly off her. I want to validate myself. I want her to validate herself, and we become one, other than us living life off each other. Like you know, I want her to want to be in my life, and I want to be in her life. I don't want it to be just relationships are very unhealthy nowadays because people don't know how to balance their lives and their significant others' lives. I don't think people set boundaries anymore. A lot of people don't even know about the healthy ways of being in a relationship. And I study this type of shit. Like, of course, I go off experience, but I watch podcasts, I read books, and all that on just the human mind in general, just to see how I would, who would I actually match with. I don't know what type of girl I'm gonna be with. Only God knows. But I know whoever she is, she probably gonna be amazing. Cause like, especially if she's sent from the Lord, she's gonna be amazing. That situation alone is what I really wanted to touch base on, as far as like reacting off emotion. Like, if I'd have never experienced that, I would never learn how to just not put them negative feelings like in the things I love, and let it distract me from what God trying to show me. Cause that's all it is for real. Like, you go through that type of shit, it's a distraction. It's supposed to get you off track, and your old version of yourself is gonna come out every time. You just really have to realize that old version of you will always be with you. You just got to know when to click it on and click it off, because it's okay to have that. Certain things is not supposed to move you as a person. And I told myself I'm not letting other people. I want to be the master of my own emotions. I don't want to give somebody that reaction they wanted. I don't know. Maybe me blocking her. Some people will look at that like, oh, she got the best of you, but that's not the way I view it. Which it doesn't really matter how other people view the way you do things, because it is you. Like, as long as you feel like that shit is validation for yourself, then it shouldn't matter. And I'm the type of person to do that shit. I block somebody in a heartbeat. I block a dude. Hell, I block a family member. Like, I'm not. If it's draining my energy, there's no reason why I should even put forth any energy towards it. Is what I'm saying, basically. And that was just an example. It wasn't even about the relationship part. It was just about how you control your emotions. And that's something humans struggle with every day. Your emotions could be your biggest downfall. Your emotions could be the reason why you don't get the life you would want to live, by just reacting and not responding in a way that you should. Because I could have let that get me down and not play no basketball, not talk to people, interact with people, just really be myself and just miss out on them blessings. So that's the main thing for me. It's just learning how to control what's up here and in here. In here is the biggest thing. They do say in the Bible, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. I don't remember what the Bible verse is. It's memorized in my head. But guard your heart though, for sure. You gotta learn how to think up here first before you think right here. Because right here gonna get you in trouble every time when it comes to emotion. This is what controls your emotions, up here. You just gotta learn how to do healthy things that work for you. And what worked for me is journaling, praying, hanging out with friends, playing basketball, making content is what keep me going, like a positive drive. And interaction with other people, just giving them light, other than being such an asshole to people. You know what I mean? And I really enjoy dropping these videos. People been telling me they watching them. That's big. Control your emotions. Show love, practice love every day within your peers, your family members, your friends, random people you don't know. just practice love, bro, because love wins at the end of the day. I just want to thank y'all for staying here and watching the whole video if you watched it. Thank you for watching even the first 2 minutes. I'm grateful for whatever. Share it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, whatever you want to do, you know. And thank you. Have a blessed day. I love y'all.